In this short video, I will demonstrate how to extract market data from Morningstar commodities directly into R using the API. Note that Morningstar Commodities is a commercial paid service and do require credentials. The first thing that we will look for in order to extract data efficiently is to know what you are looking for. What do we mean by knowing what we're looking for? So in this case, we're going to be looking for data for the December 21 NYMEX WTI futures contract. So first, I will actually search the contract on Google. And from there, once I find the contract, so what I'm looking for in terms of data that we'll use to confirm, the exchange is the CME group on NYMEX, which is part of the CME group. The futures contract is crude oil WTI. We're going to be looking for the contract code on the exchange. We can find this under the contract specifications. The contract code is CL. We would also look under settlement to find the last final settlement. Scroll down to the December 21 contracts, and the last settled was 54.23. Now we do this in order to ensure that when we search amongst thousands and thousands of various tickers or information, that when we find it, we can confirm it is indeed the correct one. Now there are two ways to extract data and find tickers from Morningstar. One is through using the Excel add-in that you can install. Note the Excel add-in only works on Microsoft Windows. Once you install it, configuration is very straightforward. Going under Profile, Commodities, put your credential, click Validate, and you're good to go. When we want to search, you can click under Series. I would recommend, in this case, there are various ways to search, but I would recommend to start with data source. Find the one that we are looking for. In this case, it's going to be the CME. From there, look at the various feeds. So think as feeds as being various databases or data table underneath, and take an educated guess around which one works. In our case, we know it's going to be on NYMEX, so it's probably in one of those. So intraday is probably not what we're looking for. We use this element. End of day is probably correct. End of day continuous. So continuous is a continuous time series where every day it's the front futures contract. So in this case, be the March 21, and when March expires, it becomes the April 21. In this case, that's not what we are looking for. We want a specific contract. So our guess will be this one. And then from there we can search. Note the use of wildcard when we search. If we just type CL as our contract code, we will get everything that starts from CL. If you want everything that contains CL or has a different start, we can put star in front, and that will return everything that we have. Either starts with something else and then has CL, or starts with CL. So noting this, what we are looking for then is the type of contract is a futures contract. It's crude oil. It is in the right exchange. And here we've got the combination of contract code, year, and then the contract month. December is Z. So if I look at this one here, that's probably 2010 or 2020. Scrolling further, we have 21. So that probably is the one that I want. Double-clicking on it will result in previewing the latest data. Last night's settlement, the 8th of February, 54.23, the same number as we're looking for. Now we're good to go. Two pieces of information we need before we move into R will be the contract code, so the symbol, and the feed. If you wish to use the web-based search instead of using the Excel add-in, you can go on the web API search and have the same similar search. It looks different, but it performs the same type of service. And here, by typing CL as the contract code, futures, or various search. So this one gives me an error because I made an error in typing it. So it has 1500 results, but looking at the data, so the feed name is the same as what I'm looking for, description is correct, And here on the symbol, we have the structure of what we are kind of looking for. So the idea here being find the logic behind it. Once we have identified it, then you can actually pull directly from the R API. Now the R API itself, switching to R, there's a package called RTL in that you can install from CRAN, or you can install from the GitHub version, the development version. And there's also a Python version. There's a link further down for the Python version. Back into R. In this case, it already is installed, so I will not install from CRAN or from GitHub. Once I load it, there are three main functions that allow extraction of data from Morningstar in the RTL package. One is called get price. So looking into the help window for get price, we see the arguments that we search. So the feed, CME, NYMEX futures, the contract, from is the date we want data from, and your credentials as character strings. Note that there are many feeds that are supported, so if you're looking for any of those feeds, you could substitute in the argument. They have already been implemented in the function. So running this function here, looking at price, I can confirm from data being extracted that the last night's settlement was the right one, 54.23. The second function is get prices. Get prices uses get price in the background. It allows to extract multiple contracts at the same time, which are part of the same data feed. So if I were to extract January 2022, March 2022, and June 2022, I can confirm the prices in the same manner. The other function that is useful is getCurve. Now getCurve allows to extract all the different maturities of a single futures contract. So in our case, the root was CL, the contract code. It's part of a different feed if you search it, and it will extract as of the date that we specify the settlement prices that we have on the close for all the contracts, and also provide this was the March 21 contract, the first contract, second contract was April, and it also has codes